If you're looking for more horror outside of the mainstream, look no further than Unsung Horrors, a podcast about underseen horror movies. I'm Lance.
And I'm Erica. Every other week, we'll cover a horror movie with fewer than 1,000 views on Letterboxd. We'll even give you double feature recommendations to pair with the movies we discuss.
From gothic to shot on video, from slashers to comedies, from giallo to J-horror, we'll cover all the subgenres. So join us as we unearth these hidden gems of horror.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all at Unsung Horrors, available wherever you listen to podcasts. And part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
Hello, my name is Kevin Tudor, and I'm one of the three hosts of Almost Major, a film podcast dissecting many major indie studios and the films they release. Every week, myself, Charlie Nash, and Bryden Doyle discuss overlooked, forgotten, or bona fide classic indie films via studio-specific miniseries. We've previously covered numerous films from Artisan Entertainment, Lionsgate Films, and New Line Cinema. Titles including The Blair Witch Project, American Psycho, Dogville, But I'm a Cheerleader, Saw, Requiem for a Dream, and Ringmaster, you know, the Jerry Springer film. Anyways, we have a fun time every week and we hope you will join us. Subscribe to Almost Major wherever you get your podcasts. Now proudly a part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
Good evening, and welcome to Night Gallery.
Thank you, Rod. And I want to welcome everyone to Midnight Viewing, where once a month we talk all about your follow-up to The Twilight Zone, Rod Serling's Night Gallery.
They say it's Rod Serling's Night Gallery, and it isn't really Rod Serling's Night Gallery, it's somebody else's.
Oh, we know. We talk about it a lot. Your curators at Midnight Viewing are the Projection Booth's Mike White.
What can happen to human beings when trust is wiped out by suspicion?
And CultureCast's Chris Stashew.
Small boy encased in a crystal ball.
And I'm Father Malone.
The kind of thing that usually infests nightmares.
Join us monthly at Midnight Viewing, the Night Gallery podcast at weirdingwaymedia.com.
Doesn't remotely belong to me. I have no proprietary interest in that at all.
Weirding Way Media.
Hello there, I'm Chris Stashew.
And I'm Mike White.
And we are the hosts of Dreams for Sale, a monthly look at the Twilight Zone 1985. You will notice our good friend Father Malone is currently missing in the Twilight Zone. He will be joining us on the next episode. However, on this episode, we're going to be talking about the 11th episode of the Twilight Zone 1985. That episode is broken up into two segments, The Beacon and One Life, Furnished in Early Poverty.
They say every road goes somewhere, but that isn't so. Roads are just there. It is we who do the moving. They stop where we stop, not caring whether we follow them to our chosen destination or into the Twilight Zone.
So, The Beacon is directed by Gerd Oswald, written by Martin Parks and Rebecca Parr. It stars a very young Giovanni Ribisi, a very, I wouldn't say very young, but a young Martin Landau, and Charles Martin Smith. And the episode focuses on Charles Martin Smith as a man whose car breaks down and he wanders into what he thinks is a ghost town, only to find out the town has a secret of its own.
I think there's a conspiracy going on here. You've got Charles Martin Smith, Martin Landau, and it's co-written by Martin Pascoe. I think there's a real Martin thing going on here.
Triple Martins.
Triple Martin. Triple Martin madness.
This segment of the episode is not good. It's pretty, I mean, it's not that it's not good, it's just pretty generic.
Yeah, we've seen this kind of story before.
I mean, this is a pretty, common trope, outsider wanders into a abandoned town, and it turns out that they are sacrificing people to appease the gods. I mean, we've seen The Wicker Man. Midsummer just came out this year, and apparently everybody forgot that The Wicker Man existed, because that movie was widely praised as, you know, a new horror classic. It's like, it's just The Wicker Man with psychedelia. Like, I'm sorry. So, I mean, this is in that exact same vein. It's in that trope of outsider, like old world religion, paganistic, whatever, what have you, religion, things go awry. And it always ends the same way.
I was surprised Charles Martin Smith didn't put on a bear costume.
I can still go start punching women. It won't bring back your goddamn honey.
Or fucking women. Either one.
How'd I get burned? How'd I get burned?
It's either Midsummer or it's Wicker Man.
Yeah.
But you're going to put on a bear costume regardless.
Or you're going to get forced into a bear costume.
Right. Sewn into it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that it's bad. I think it's just pretty, I don't know, it's pretty stock and trade trope. I don't know, and it's not based on any source material, so
yeah, it just felt I could see everything coming a mile away. Other than Giovanni Ribisi's crazy wig that he was wearing, what's going on?
Like an old man wig.
Yeah, there was still that. I was like, wow, are all the people in this town young people that look old? What is happening here?
Yeah, I don't understand what the hell that was.
Yeah, that was just bizarre. I mean, like, I was wondering, did he get lice and have to shave his head right before this or something? What's happening?
What I thought the episode, like the segments, like beats were going to be was that the town was turning adults into children. Because I was like, that's a really weird hairstyle for a child. Mm-hmm. And that was like clearly not the case. But like because of that like ridiculous wig that Giovanni Ribisi was wearing, I was like, it's got to be that. Like there's no other reason. Like why are they giving them this wig otherwise? Like this wig is so ridiculous.
I'm glad you stuck on the wig too, because I couldn't stop talking about it the whole episode.
No, it's really weird. And so this is actually one of Giovanni Ribisi's like first acting roles too, which is pretty crazy. I mean, he was born in 74 and this came out in 85, so he's like 11 at the time. Uh-huh. But I mean, that wig.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the sticking point for me for this episode. The wig, I mean, it's such a weird stylistic choice that you would think that it has something to do with the plot, but it has nothing to do with the plot.
Right. And they have people that are wearing those crazy old Amish hats, but he's not wearing one. I was like, oh, cool, just put on a frickin' hat.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't, I don't know what, oh my God. If I think about the wig too long, I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, other than the wig, I mean, you know, Charles Martin Smith is okay. Martin Landau is perfectly adequate.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that it was pretty well directed. I like that they used some good low angles on Martin Landau when he's in front of the lighthouse and, you know, whipping up the people into a frenzy. And then what, they just like hug Charles Martin Smith to death? Is that what I'm getting? Well,
he dies off screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely have no idea what happened to him because it's just like, wah! And they all like,
no, what are you doing? Stop it.
No, don't grab that. That's not for grabbing. Like, okay. I mean, again, like, it almost feels like it's outdated. It feels outdated now, but I can't imagine it didn't feel outdated in 85.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it was just so non-offensive. You know? And at first I was thinking, too, maybe it was going to be some sort of statement about, like, Christian Science and how they don't allow, you know, real medicine, and then they allow people to die. But then it turns into, no, this ghost in a lighthouse chooses victims. Okay.
Yeah, that was my response. I was like, that's it? It's like a ghost of, like, your long lost or long dead grandfather, and these people are all inbred?
Yeah.
That's like the weirdest bit in this episode other than Giovanni Ribisi's wig, because they just kind of say, oh yeah, by the way, we're all inbred. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what? Really? Like, you're not going to focus on that or give that any more kind of room to breathe. You're just going to go, oh yeah, by the way, inbred. Like, what?
Yeah, they all have James as their last name. It's like, whoa, okay.
We've all just been fucking each other mercilessly. And
then eating the babies.
Do you think?
I don't know. I was just...
No, do you think that the reason Giovanni Ribisi's hair looks like that is because he's inbred?
Oh, there you go. Now we've explained a plot hole.
We explained a plot hole for the fucking episode. You're welcome. Martin Pasco, he wrote a lot of other things. I mean, he worked with DC Comics for 30 years. So,
wow.
I mean, he wrote Superman for like 30 years, and Rebecca Parr wrote a lot of Max Headroom and Cheers. Huh. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like there was an interesting episode here. Like you mentioned, they could have gone and actually had something to say, but they just don't say anything.
Right.
At all.
And then I kept wondering who put up the sign to warn people from going in there.
Yeah, like wouldn't they want people to show up?
Right.
Or maybe not?
Yeah, because outsiders are definitely a threat to their way of life.
When they can just sacrifice an outsider and not have to sacrifice one of their own.
So I think we watched the same version of this, which just starts with him coming down the road and his car overheating.
Right, but there's an alternate version.
Yeah, which I was not able to find.
No, I couldn't find it either with all the YouTube searching. I mean, I just saw the little blurb mentioned in the Wikipedia page for it that essentially said there's a version where he breaks down and like a state patrolman shows up.
And I would have thought, I own the DVD box set. I would have thought that would have been on my DVD. Thank you.
No. I guess It was just on the TV version?
Yeah, what the hell?
I don't know. I wonder sometimes. I mean, the box set you have, I don't know how comprehensive it is or how much thought they put into actually like including shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, I mean, the scene is supposedly just like the state highway patrolman saying like, don't go off the highways.
Yeah.
Right? Which like, I mean, obviously, okay, so it was just like a foreshadowing warning type thing. We've never seen that before, so.
Yeah.
But
we've never seen the guy at the gas station going, now you kids, you stay on this road. You don't get off for any reason.
Yeah, exactly. That's, not, again, also not a fucking trope of these things, so.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a very disappointing segment because it just, at least it was only 20 minutes. At least it wasn't 30. At least it wasn't like Twilight Zone 2019 where it's like 50 minutes long. Of just like fucking drivel of just spinning its wheels. I mean, it spun its wheels somewhat, but it also felt like a lot of characters were just like there to exposition dump. Like Giovanni Ribisi's character later in the episode is just like an exposition dump, and it's like that you could have written this better, but you wrote yourselves very much into a corner. So I get it, but well, let's move on to the second segment from this episode: One Life, Furnished in Early Poverty.
He had to go back. It was that simple. Back to the place where his anger had first taken root. Back to find the turning point which had set him on the road to success and loneliness. Because here, in this small Ohio town, lived the shadows of the boy he used to be and the man he could have become. Gus Rosenthal is returning home. To the Twilight Zone.
This segment is directed by Don Carlos Dunaway. It is written by Alan Brennert, based off of a short story by our good friend, the fantastic Harlan Ellison, and it stars Peter Riegert, yes, Peter Riegert of Animal House fame, as a man who goes back to a town, to his home, and in doing so travels back in time and is able to interact with his younger self and his younger self's, I guess, his father when he was a kid.
Right.
It's pretty good.
His alive version of his father.
Yeah, his dad at this point in his life. Yeah, exactly. His dad at this point in his life has passed away.
Right.
Or I guess his dad passed away when he was a kid.
Yeah, it sounded like in his early teens, so probably just a few years after this, or maybe even just a year after he visits this kid.
Yeah. And there's a little bit of like the predestination paradox, which is kind of fun. But I'm surprised they went that direction because like a lot of these like travel back in time things, sometimes they just ignore it completely and say like, oh, it was just a dream. Or like, I changed things in the past. And there's no repercussions, and I'm in a new timeline, like something like Hot Tub Time Machine, where they just change things and then go back to the future, and it's just all changed, or in Back to the Future. So, what did you think of this segment?
Yeah, I thought it was all right. I mean, it felt very much like the original Twilight Zone, because I remember there being at least one, if not more, episodes of a guy visiting a town, and it happens to be the town that he grew up in, and meeting his younger self. I'm trying to remember more from that episode, but I mean, that I was just like, okay, yeah, this is kind of a common Twilight Zone thing. I was surprised the way that he got back to the past and the way he came back to the present didn't seem to, I don't know, there was no like hook really. Like I thought, oh, maybe it has something to do with these army men. And then I was thinking the army men might have something to do with the story, but not really.
He's just underneath a tree and he goes back in time. Like, okay, sure.
And we see a lot of shots of the moon. Okay.
Yeah, like, all right.
I thought it was all right. I mean, I enjoyed it. And I have to say that the scene where his father confronts the older version of him and is yelling at him for interfering with his family, that whole sequence was really heartfelt and really, I thought, very well acted, well written, and it really hit home with me.
Did you get it? Was a little dusty in the room during that scene?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good scene. I mean, this whole
great.
the whole episode has that like aura of sentimentality to it. It's a very sentimental episode, and I think that when you have something like this that could end up, because sentimentality sometimes leads to saccharine, it just gets way too like, oh, you know, everybody's living a fucking happy life now. Like, it's too saccharine.
Right.
I don't think this goes in that direction too far. I mean, it does kind of push that a little bit in that scene, but I think that that's necessary. And like you mentioned, it's a good scene as well. So I liked this segment of the episode a lot more than the first part. And I think that it has a nice message. I don't know if it actually has a message, but it has some interesting character interactions. I mean, I can't tell if the message is, don't be a dick. I mean, like, well, he's like, I was a dick when I was a kid, like, and he didn't realize he was a dickhead.
Right.
And like, and so that's where the predestination thing comes in. It's, he made himself into a dickhead.
Yeah, and it was funny to me because I just kept thinking of Harlan Ellison as I was watching this, because I'm like, Harlan Ellison was the angriest man I ever had the displeasure of seeing in interviews. He was just always so angry all the time, and having Peter Riegert be this real a-hole and talking about how angry he was and how his father was super angry. It's just like, oh, okay. It feels like you're a little autobiographical here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, there is that like aspect to it, that like autobiographical nature that, I mean, it has to be intentional, especially considering how the guy is a writer in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But I think it's a nice kind of refreshing piece of fiction compared to The Beacon. I mean, again, I don't think that One Life Furnished in Early Poverty is doing anything particularly unique or exciting. I mean, this is also very much like trope heavy. Very like, we've seen this kind of story a million times before as well. I mean, Back to the Future, any number of things where they go back in time and interact with your parents. What would that be like? Like, that was Bob Gale's whole reason to write Back to the Future. What would it be like if I could go back in time and talk to my dad? Like, okay, like,
and have sex with my mother.
Well,
who wouldn't?
Natch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, thank God that there's none of that. Thank God Peter Riegert doesn't like drop his drawers and try to have sex with his dad. I mean, I have a much better episode. One Life Furnished in Early Poverty. This
That's
ain't
when
One Life
Furnished. Finds out that his
Yeah.
father was so angry all the time because he was closeted homosexual and had lived this life that was expected because of the, he had to be a good Jew for his parents and, had to go and marry this girl and everything. Yeah, that would have been pretty interesting.
Or it just turns out that his father's so angry because an older version of himself raped his father. I mean, it's just so stock and trade time travel shit at this point. Like, I don't think anyone can do anything exciting with time travel. Especially not in this kind of like setting, like a 20 to 30 minute like short form episode. Like, you can't do anything interesting with time travel. You spend half the time setting it up. Really?
because I know that there are cute shorts out there about time travel, and I will have to dig some up because I'm pretty sure that you can do a good time travel gig.
Well, it's not a matter of good. I'm saying anything unique.
Well, okay, yeah. It's tough to do unique.
Because I'm not saying that this isn't good. I'm saying that this is good, but it's not anything we haven't seen before. I'm talking like wholly unique, like something like Primer, where it's like a complete like mind fuck, and it's like, you know, plans within plans type thing.
Two great houses fighting each other.
I think the time constraints are what work against something like this, and that's why I say you can't tell a unique time travel story. Because if you're given 20 minutes, you spend half of that time setting up how time travel works to begin with.
Yeah, and they didn't bother.
No, they're just like, well, whatever.
Yeah, I was like, all right, he digs up the soldier, boom, he's back in the past. I kind of like the effect of the lights going off in the house and him witnessing stuff that was going on in the house. So, yeah, I thought it was a well put together little episode. And, yeah, it definitely hit home with me quite a few times. And, yeah, that whole idea of predestination is always interesting, that he made himself.
So, what is the message of the episode? Like, I'm curious what your take on it is.
I guess love your father and know that he's trying to do the right thing, and don't always blame things on him when they might actually be your own fault.
And don't give a shit what the bullies are like when you get older.
Yeah.
Because at the end he's like, I don't know you. Like, nope.
Right. Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, that was like the little nice twist at the end. Where he's like, you know what, I really don't actually give a shit. And I think as someone like myself who's gotten older and run into people I knew from high school that I really didn't like, I mean, I've had an occasion or two where like, oh, are you? I'm like, nope. Later.
I've been real lucky because at least 2 of my bullies have died under mysterious circumstances.
Oh, shit, for real?
Well, not mysterious circumstances, but they died.
Wow. It's called drugs.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, sorry, Brian Whaley.
I don't know what happened to the guys that bullied me in high school, and frankly, I don't care, because more than likely they're probably still back in Plano, Texas, working a job that makes them miserable, and I hope that that's the case. And if not, well, they can fuck themselves.
Plain old Texas.
Plain old Texas. Yes, down here in plain old Texas. But I liked this better than The Beacon, and that redeemed the episode for me. A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this wasn't the strongest episode in the world overall, but...
No.
Yeah.
All right, so on the next episode of Dreams for Sale, we're going to be talking about the 12th episode of the show. And that is broken again into 2 segments, Her Pilgrim Soul and Eye of Newton. And Her Pilgrim Soul is directed by Wes Craven, and I am looking forward to that one. I actually already watched it, and I'm excited to talk about it, because it is something.
Cool.
Where can people find you until then, Mr. Mike White?
You can find me... Oh, Eye of Newton. Oh, I love that episode.
That's the one with Sherman Helmsley.
Yes. Oh, and Ron Glass. We're going to be talking a lot about Ron Glass, probably in like 2 years when we get to the season he's introduced on in Barney Miller.
Oh, that's right. He's on...
Yeah.
You know he's on Firefly.
Oh, God. Yeah, I know. I'm a brown shirt, okay?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. It's coming back, bro. Oh, God. Whatever.
You know, it's better if you watch it in the order that they were supposed to be released, because Fox just screwed it all up.
Yeah. How about I just don't watch it because it's overrated?
There you go. You can find me over at the Projection Booth Podcast, which is projectionboothpodcast.com, where every week I'm putting together a show talking about a different film, trying to put it in context, maybe talk to some of the people behind the production if possible, and just, help further film education.
Wow. That's a very...
Was that smug?
Providing further film education, he says. Yikes.
Super smug.
Smug makes smug. Holy shit. And at the CultureCast, my podcast, we talk about film and all of its facets. And, the facets of film. That should have been the podcast. The facets, filmfacets.com. I know at the CultureCast we talk about movies twice a week. So if that's your thing, culturecast.com. Chronicles from the Crypt, that's a Tales from the Crypt podcast. Mike and I do Kolchak tape, so that's pretty much over at this point. But we are going to be, like Mike mentioned, talking about Barney Miller. So make sure to get on that, because Barney Miller, that's be a lot longer of a journey than Kolchak. A lot longer.
Barney stuck around.
Yeah, Barney stuck around for like 8 seasons or something absurd. So you can follow us on the internet at twilightzone85.com and at twilightzone85 on Twitter. Big thanks to Roxy Drive and Neutron Dreams for the music for Dreams for Sale. And we'll catch you on the next episode.